Hey everybody, Jeff aka GCurse here. Welcome to another unboxing and review video. Today I have a figure that I really wish I could have given a better thorough examination of, as I always like to do, but because of one major problem, it really kind of handicapped me being able to do a full unboxing and review of this figure. That figure, you will find out what it is right after these quick commercials, I guess you could say, from the 1980s. Be right back.
Seen Sunday at 9 p.m. Stay tuned now for the best little special in Texas.
The best little special in Texas is brought to you in part by Listerine. Listerine Strong. It kills the germs that can cause bad breath and gives you clean breath for hours. And by new Lady's Choice Solid Antiperspirant. Effective protection that goes on smooth and dry. The best little special in Texas will continue from the Chicken Ranch with Dolly Parton, Jim Nabors, Charles Durning, Jerry Reed, and Mel Tillis.
Every morning I use Listerine antiseptic, for me. In the morning, your mouth has millions more bad breath germs than the night before. Listerine kills the germs that can cause morning breath, and it works for hours. At night I use it a second time for Joanne. Listerine Strong keeps my breath clean a good long time. Listerine, one time for me.
A second time for me.
Listerine, twice a day.
Once for me.
A second time for someone else.
Okay, everybody. So, as I said, I had a figure that I really wanted to do an unboxing and review of. This was actually going to be my introduction into the studio series Bumblebee Movie universe. And I was very excited when I ordered the figure, and then I got the figure, and I'm not sure what the deal is, but I'll explain what happened, when I get to that point. But anyway, this unboxing review, it is going to be regarding the Transformers Studio Series 38 Voyager class Optimus Prime. I got this figure from Amazon. I ordered it. I can't recall exactly when I ordered it, but I got it on October 14th, 2023. It cost $49. Now, keep in mind, the figure was marked as new, condition new. I hate to say, though, that the figure I got was not new at all. The figure that I got basically was used. The box was open. The figure was actually out of the tray. The only thing secured in the tray was Optimus Prime's ion blaster. And people have said, well, why didn't you return it? And the thing is, in my mind, if I return something, it does two things. Number one, it basically gives the seller an out. It basically tells that, makes it known that, hey, the guy returned the product, and Amazon absolves me because let's see here, let's go back. Okay, it doesn't say here, but the seller, SDC Goods, it was shipped via Amazon, so it wasn't Amazon's care, basically. Which also just upsets me because of the fact that Amazon could not tell that this product was not new. That really upset me. But as I said, by returning it, basically, let's turn this off. Let's turn this back on. But by returning it, they basically are given like, oh, okay, well, here it is, and it kind of absolves the seller because I get my refund. I didn't want a refund. I wanted a figure that I felt was awesome, and I'm sorry to say, as you can see, like, one of the major problems here is the legs. As you can see, I wanted a figure that I can really say was awesome, but because of the fact that I think this figure was used, I just can't do that. But as I said, though, by returning it, I get my money back, and basically it gives that seller an out, basically. And no, I'm not going to do that. I will fucking keep the figure, and I will make it known that this guy here, this SDC Goods with a Z, that you should be careful. These questionable sellers really need to be held to a higher standard, But that is like the main reason. I can't recall what the other reason was, but so here's the figure. So this is not going to be your standard unboxing review, because number one, this figure, I'm not sure if it's the figure itself or if the figure construction wise is just shitty, if that's the way it always was. But this figure has a lot of problems, which I'm going to be talking about in the future portions of this video. Like I said, I really wanted to like this figure, but due to a lot of issues, I just can't really get that behind it, basically. But when I return, I will be going through the unboxing, so stay tuned and I'll be right back.
Sarah? Sarah, the most important shower of my life, and you switch deodorant soaps?
Shield is better. It's extra strength.
But I'm marrying the mayor's daughter today. Now this.
Shield fights odor better, so you'll feel cleaner.
Clinical tests prove Shield fights odor better than the leading deodorant soap.
Sarah, I do feel cleaner and inspired.
Well, you know what they say, cleanliness is next to.
Shield fights odor better, so you'll feel cleaner.
I feel cleaner than ever before.
A lady shouldn't use a sticky roll-on. A lady shouldn't use a scattering spray.
What choice do I have?
New Lady's Choice Solid Antiperspirant. After comparing it to the sticky feel of the leading roll-on and the spray of the leading aerosol, most women chose the smooth, dry feel of Lady's Choice. It goes on dry to help keep you dry all day, every day.
Lady's Choice helps keep me dry. All day, every day.
Make your choice Lady's Choice.
The best little special in Texas continues with Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton and a parade of stars when we come back.
Okay, so I am back with the unboxing portion. One thing I did want to say that I did not in the previous section was that I actually, as my right, I left seller feedback. And I didn't use profanity, but I was pretty honest. I said, hey, basically the gist of the feedback was, hey, watch out for this seller. And the thing is, I'm not the only one. Apparently the seller has a history. I should have read the history of the seller, but I'll be honest, I let the figure blind me, and I wanted the figure. But, yeah, so this seller has a history. So I left a seller feedback basically just saying, hey guys, be careful. I ordered this figure new, and the figure was loose in the box. The box was open. To me, that's not new. That's used. And just to be careful, well, Amazon, apparently me just being honest and saying, hey, be careful, buyer beware, apparently that is too mean for Amazon. At which point they deleted my review, and they basically told me, well, if you want, you can edit your review. Well, they already deleted it, so there's nothing there to review, to alter, to fix. Well, the thing is, not only could I not fix the review, but I couldn't even leave another seller feedback. I don't even have the option. When I click on leave feedback, it goes to all the other sellers that I've done business with. So basically, not only was I robbed basically of a new figure, but I was not even allowed to be able to leave feedback because Amazon has some fucking weird mentality of protecting the perpetrators instead of the victims. So that's why I kept this, because I knew one day I'd be doing this video. And if anything, at least I can get word out, hey, watch out for this seller. This seller is not a good dude. But anyway, so let's get on with the rest of the show, shall we? So let's turn this off. Is it this one? Yep, there we go. So I apologize about the bad picture here. I wish I could get a better picture, but I didn't. Basically, it's your standard Studio Series box. You have Optimus Prime pointing off into the sunset. He was number 38, whatever that means nowadays. It doesn't say like what, 38 / whatever. It just says 38. Here's another picture. The top, it said Transformers Bumblebee. It has a little clear window, which you really couldn't see anything that much anyway. You have his basic pictures. You have his primary and alt mode, 35 steps. On one side of the box, you have a close-up profile picture of Optimus looking down at us. Studio Series 38. Other side, far out, black background. It's your typical Hasbro laziness, basically. And the top, bottom, useless words and bullshit that nobody ever fucking reads. Trust me. I bet you could count on 2 hands how many people in the fucking world actually read that bottom panel. When it comes to what actually came in the box, as you can see here, you have Optimus Prime. He was already loose, like I said, loose in the box, which I'm just not happy with. The legs, oh my god, the fucking legs. But I'll get to that at the review portion. The only thing that was actually secured in the tray was his ion blaster. So here is outside of the tray with the ion blaster. The ion blaster actually looks pretty fucking nice. And then here you have the back of Optimus Prime. That's one thing I gotta say I like about this figure is there's not that much in the way of a backpack. Overall, like I said, he visually looks nice. It's just this figure has some major problems, and that's why I could not take that many pictures, is because the legs are so fucking loose. I mean, it's like he looks like a fucking marionette, like I could do this and then just wait. Bam. It is a slow... Oh, now you're not going to do it. Okay, there it goes. It is a slow... It's normally a slow... slow decline, but let's see. Okay, kind of stop there. And now it's not going to do it on this side, but the right side seems to be a little bit tighter, but oh my god, this left side, it goes down. See, there. That's the problem. It actually causes... I cannot really do any poses with this figure because of the fact that his legs are so fucking bad. That and the feet. The feet are so fucking small. But anyway, so those were the unboxing. I wish I could say that I was more happy, but that I was happy with what I got, but I'm not. Hell, this box didn't even have like the instructions that I can recall. It didn't have that white piece of paper. I think it came with the I gotta check the box that's in the studio, but I think it came with the backdrop. I can't recall honestly, but I'm just not happy, and because of this, a lot of this video is going to be about the visuals, because what can this figure do? Since posability, it's out of the fucking window now because of how loose his legs are. I'm going to be just talking about like how does the figure look, and overall he looks nice. When I return, I will be getting to the review portion of this figure. Stay tuned, I'll be right back.
Sometimes, when you least expect it, an uncontrollable urge may come over you.
Lobster.
And when that happens, there's just one thing to do. Red Lobster. For juicy lobster tail, just the way you like it. One bite and you know you found something special. 'Cause we're seafood lovers too. Now, about that craving for dessert. Red Lobster for the seafood lover in you.
It's one of the toughest circuits in the world, daily city driving. But now, Lincoln Mercury put some fun into it with the gutsy 5-liter V8 Capri. Capri lets you zig and zag around the toughest city obstacles, and with the kind of zip that makes city driving a breeze. Prices start at $6,711. Slip into something racy. Mercury Capri at your Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
Got a problem?
Roaches.
Looks like you've got another problem. Aerosol fumes.
You got a better idea?
New No Pest, a powerful liquid roach killer and a trigger sprayer.
So what's new about that?
No aerosol fumes. No Pest Home insect control kills roaches for weeks without fumes.
That is new. No roaches, no fumes, no pests.
Now you've got the idea.
Get out of here.
No roaches, no fumes.
No pest.
Okay, so I knew that this video was going to be a quick one, but we are now at the review, and I like to do it in 3 parts: positive, negative, and pet peeves. So let's get to it, shall we? So positives. Visually, the figure looks faithful to the Bumblebee movie source material. I actually liked... That's like one of the only live-action Transformer movies that I actually enjoyed. I watched that movie a couple times, but I watched it again as I was getting ready to do the unboxing review of this. And honestly, he looks pretty decent. Like I said, if it wasn't for the physical problems with the legs, I wish I could get some pictures of him on a turntable, but every time that this sucker starts moving, he falls over. His legs just collapse underneath him. But yeah, so like I said, I'm going to go visually off of how he looks, and he looks good. I got to give them credit. Even if the leg issue is indicative of the problems that plague this mold, I still got to give it a fair shake with the visuals, though, and he looks nice. He looks nice overall. The Ion Blaster. Now, nothing is going to replace the classic Ion Blaster. I know you don't... Let's see here. I know nothing is going to replace the classic, but this actually looks like a suitable replacement, especially for a live-action Optimus Prime. If I, was to just imagine, like, taking from the cartoon and then moving the, reimagining the cartoon Ion Blaster for live action, this would actually be a good representation of what it would be. The one thing I honestly gotta love is the little... I'm not sure what this part is here, but it looks like a little spike. Let's see. There you go. Like, again, try to get against a white background. Like, there's a little spike here. I'm not sure if that's a spike, but I could actually imagine Optimus Prime jamming this into a Decepticon, lifting him up, and then firing. That, I'm not sure if that's what this thing is here for, but I think it actually looks kind of neat. There, try to get against him. There you go. But yeah, I can imagine this being a faithful representation of what the Ion Blaster would look like in live action. And then, for this guy being a Voyager class, he does have a limited backpack. He looks pretty nice and vertical. He doesn't have a lot of shit hanging off of him. So I got to give them credit. That looks fucking nice. But as always, where there's positives, there are negatives. Now, I'm sorry you can't really read it. It's for some reason my recording software did not work properly. See here, can I see if I can try to break this up? Let's see here. How does that? Let's see. How is that? Oh my God, that's even. Oh my God. Let's see here, and there you go. So the first negative is the severe loose joints. Like I showed you. Just give it time. If it looks this bad just by doing this, imagine trying to put this thing on a turntable where it's turning, and the thing it just wobbles and it falls over. It is the leg joints on this figure are fucking bad. Now, like I said, I'm not sure if that's an issue with the figure itself, if that's the way that they all were, or if this is a problem because my figure could have been possibly used. Another thing I did not mention, though. Oh, I did mention it, actually, issue with the panels. That's the next thing. These panels do not clip in or peg in at all. I know you can't really see it, but on the side here, there is a peg here where it's supposed to line and go into the hole of this panel. it doesn't clip in or anything, so it just basically lays there, and it fucking sucks, to be honest. But the major panel problem I have, I'm not even sure if it's considered a panel, is the lights on the shoulders. You go like this, and then you move the arm back, and it lifts the light up. You have to manually reset it, and no matter what, it always does that. It's also on the other side too, see? What I wish was that there was some sort of like a spring mechanism that would actually, when you do this and then you go to return the arm back to its normal neutral position, that it would go back down. I wish that it would have had something like that. But yeah, so like I said, loose joints and the panel problems on the shoulders where the lights are and on the forearms. I don't even understand why they have a little peg here for the panel to clip into. It doesn't even clip, it just sits there, sits on it. So, but yeah, so overall, like I said, visually he looks nice, but other than that, this figure is a fucking mess. Finally, we have the pet peeves. I can't, I'm not, I looked, and unless if I'm just not seeing it, I can't find the motherfucking Autobot insignia. That's one thing I always like. It seems to be like a little, oh god, like a scavenger hunt where you're trying to find something. I looked this figure over. Now, I did not convert it, so it may be in his alt mode, but I could not seem to find the insignia at all, which is sad. I'm not sure if, like I said, because of that, I'm wondering if this could be a forgery, a fake. I just can't seem to find it though. So, but that actually does not impact the figure itself. It's just a pet peeve. I like to have the insignias be very up front so you can see it. When they're hidden or they're small, it's annoying basically. But that is it for the review. When I return, it'll be my final thoughts. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Well, I spent a lifetime looking for you.
Just a moment. Hello? Get over there to that table.
Bars and good time lovers never knew.
Don't mess with my radio station.
Country music in stereo. Kick 106 FM. Dolly Parton, Burt Reynolds, the Statler Brothers, and much, much more when the best little special in Texas continues from Austin.
You know, for a year, Fernando's been asking me to try these Tostitos, but I never did. I figured nacho cheese Tostitos were like every other cheese-flavored snack, so why change? Was I wrong? Listen to this. Hear how thin and crispy that is? Nacho cheese Tostitos. A lot of cheese flavor, not a lot of chip. Come on, say it, Fernando.
If you haven't tried nacho cheese flavored Tostitos tortilla chips, oh, what you're missing.
What would you do if one triple left one triple top stain?
I'd shout it out.
What would you do if a triple-decker left a triple top stain?
I'd shout it out.
Shout it out because Shout's exclusive triple-powered jet saturates the stain, penetrates it, and shouts it out. What would you do if a triple dip left a triple tough stain?
I'd shout it out.
You want a tough stain out? Get the triple-powered jet and shout it out.
Time for the final thoughts, and overall, like I said before, let me turn on my camera. Where the hell is it? Here we go. There you go. Overall, visually the figure looks nice, but that's all I can really do is give it, I can only really talk about how it looks visually. I can't really do that much. I wish I could even put it in poses, but I can't because of how loose the legs are. This experience is a good lesson for me when it comes to looking, always, look at the buyer information. And sadly, it seems that Amazon, even though Amazon the seller may have a good rating on Amazon. I learned via this experience and another experience earlier this year when it came to getting the Studio Series 86 Dinobot Slag. That figure was actually stripped down. I learned that if you return a product and you already left a review or seller feedback, they actually remove your feedback if you return the product, which is bogus because of the fact that if I was to return this, then odds are this figure will just be put back in circulation to be sold to some other poor victim who would not realize that they're getting a used figure. But yeah, so this really taught me that Amazon is not as safe as they want people to believe. They can say, oh, this is a safe marketplace that people do not get ripped off. But like with this, and then with Slag, which I ended up getting a refund for, Amazon is not always as safe as they want you to think. So you just got to be careful when you're out there. Do research, look at everything. That's something I now have to do every time I buy a figure from now on. If it's from Amazon and it ships from Amazon, I'm not really going to worry that much. But when it's from a third-party seller, you got to look at those, the feedback and everything. If they have a feedback, if it's like below 95%, I start to worry, But I have seen seller feedback where it's like 100%, but then you'll see like negative feedback after negative feedback after negative feedback, but they all have the lines put through it with that stupid motherfucking Amazon copy and paste message saying that this was fulfilled by Amazon. We take responsibility. Well, yeah, you should fucking take responsibility. It was through you. If you shipped it, you should look at it and say, hey, this thing is moving in the box. This thing is clearly not new. But Amazon does not do that. Amazon likes to just make money off of the products, So in that aspect, they are a little bit complacent, in my opinion. But that is about it, ladies and gentlemen. I wish that this video could have been longer. I wish I could have had a better review for you, but that's, But, so stay tuned. Next week, I think I'm going to be doing another Transformer review, but I think it's going to be, something I have back behind me. I have some core class figures that I would like to crack open, so I think I'm going to go to one of those guys next. So, until next time, my name is Jeff, a.k.a. GCurse. Wishing you all a great day and stay safe, everybody. Peace out.
Now, Old Spice gives you two-fisted protection with original Old Spice deodorant and now new super dry antiperspirant. Both have that famous Old Spice scent. So what's the difference? Old Spice deodorant helps knock out odor. And now new Old Spice antiperspirant fights odor while it helps wipe out wetness. And they both work overtime. Old Spice, one name that gives you two-fisted protection.
You've got a ticket on the Heartburn Express. If one Rolaids tablet can't cut the mustard, you should know about one Tums and one Rolaids tablet both neutralize the stomach acid in seconds. But when your stomach churns out 1/3 more acid, Tums can still absorb it. Rolaids can't. Not in seconds, not ever. That's why you should switch to
The Best Little Special in Texas will return with Burt Reynolds, the Statler Brothers, and Dolly Parton next.